Let's start the meeting with a small activity. If I say put your hands down, you should put your hands up. Alright? Down, up, down, down, up, down. Hi everyone, I am Sovasha, Sergeant of Arms for today's meeting. The mission statement of SICASA Speakers Forum is empowering CA students through effective learning, communication and learning skills, speaking skills. I request everyone to stand up for ICA motto and start the meeting. Everyone can settle now. Do you know which is the best way to find peace in your life?
Meditation.
Obviously that is one better. Put your phone in silent mode, that's the best way to go. I request everyone to put your phone in silent mode. Done? Now coming to the guidelines of the meet. When someone is called upon stage to speak upon something, refrain yourself from touching sensitive topics such as politics, sex, creed, and anything. And when someone is called upon stage, make sure you don't hurt the sentiment of others. Then today's word is transit. It's nothing but breaking your limits set by yourself or your society. Just break the limits and shine in your life. Now it's the time to introduce the president of SICASA Speakers Forum. She is a person who is fun-loving person, and she is a knowledge seeker. She consistently seeks knowledge and tries to master in it. She is a person who challenges the challenge to challenge because she enjoys the challenge in life, and it will never come back in her life. So she loves the process of challenge in life. It's time to introduce my president, Sumitra Raj Purohit.
Sumitra, you got a great opportunity. Make sure you take this forum to great heights. Yes, but what else? What new can I do? Arey yaar, think about it now. The sky is the limit. Said by my senior, Aditya. And this one phrase provided me a better direction. The only limits which we have is the sky. Yes, the sky is the limit. But how can the sky be the limit? Literally speaking, the sky has no limits. So why should we have? The human mind is limitless, and the opportunities are as ample as sky. Can you all guess that what is one of the greatest inventions ever made? I asked this to Google and it said the wheels. The wheels are one of the greatest inventions ever made because it is used for the transportation, which is one of the basic requirement in one's life. And they realized that they have made the greatest invention even before Google told them. The greatest in the sense, the best. So nothing can be better than the best. Is it? Can we not improve? Can we not bring innovations? Nothing can be better than the best. So They stopped inventing. Yes? Did the inventions really stopped? No. There's a saying that goes like practice makes man perfect. Is it? No. Practice brings improvement and not perfection. Else, no improvements and no innovations would have been ever possible. And those who understand this, that there always exists a room for improvement, bring wonders and bring massive impact in this world. So what after wheels? Cycle? What next? Bikes? Cars? Train? Plane? And now we can cross the oceans in just few hours. When telephone was invented, people were like, wow, masterpiece. And then comes mobile. Then mobile with camera. Mobile with internet, screen touch, smartphones. And people thought that this industry has reached its saturation point. What else is possible? And there comes Siri. When artificial intelligence just started performing the basic clerical works in no time, there comes Sophia the robot. The more we think that we have achieved everything, the more innovations and more improvements are brought by the great achievers of this world. And I don't believe in this phrase that says, aim for the moon and you might reach the stars. Because I believe that if you have decided something, if you can dare to decide something, and if you can dare to imagine something, you can definitely dare to reach it. Because human capabilities are illimitable, and the only limit which we have is the one which we create. There was a survey conducted in 1950s where they left few rats in a pool of water to test that how long can they survive. On an average, after 15 minutes, they gave up. And just before they gave up, the researchers pulled them out of the water, dried them off, and allowed them to rest. And after a few minutes, again they took them and dropped in the same pool. So what do you think? How long did they last at this time? 15 minutes? 30 minutes? 10 minutes? The answer is 60 hours. Yes, hours. They transcended their own limits. Because they knew that they will be saved. So let me not give up and try for another few minutes. And these minutes became hours. The more you do, the more you realize that the more you can do. So do not succumb for the excuses, for that's the easy way out. Do not limit your thinking. Do not limit yourself, and never settle for ordinary. Because you can find a whole new universe of possibilities for yourself. Because sky is the limit that extends to universe. Thank you. Now I call upon the minutes reader to brief us about the previous meet. So I request Krishna to read the minutes.
SICASA Speakers Forum, Bengaluru. Minutes of the 225th meet held on 19th March. Commencement of the meeting. Scheduled time 3:30. Actual opening time 3:45 p.m. Surgeon at Arms. Sai Vishnu welcomed all the members and he explained the guidelines, code of the conduct of the meeting. He also stated the theme, quote, and word of the day. Presidential address. The President Sahana Lokesh delivered the presidential address in an enthralling manner. She spoke about the theme G7, Inception. She gave her vote of thanks while expressing her gratitude on her last presidential address. Welcome address by Bengaluru branch of SICASA chairman. The chairman of Bengaluru branch of SICASA, C. Tuppat V. Buppanna, he addressed gathering and shared his journey as a CA. Address by Chief Guest. The Chief Guest C. Siddesh Gaddi's address, the gathering of the CA aspirants, and he spoke about the importance of the gratitude in life and raised about our excuses. Presidential address by the newly elected president. The President Sumitra Rajput delivered the presidential address in an enthralling manner. She spoke about her journey in SSF as treasurer and thanked everyone for motivating and encouraging to serve us as president. She inspired the audience to join SSF meets. Master of ceremony. Divya Someshwar carried forward the meeting in a reminiscent manner. Prepared speech. Aditya Mandot gave a speech and speech. He spoke about the purpose of one's life and ended his speech with very zen, very way. Monish Kumar B gave his speech and speech. He spoke about his mistake which turned out to be the most memorable experiences in the life. And quoted, "The man makes mistakes, mistakes make man." Lavish Singh Veed gave his speech and speech. He shared his personal life experience and motivated everyone and emphasized self-motivation to be the ultimate key. Aditya Kolapuri gave his speech and speech. He spoke about on how inspiring Rahul Dravid is and his inspiration Praveen Tambe. Siri Shetty gave her speech and speech. She spoke about how many things make a massive impact in life and breaking down goals into small tasks. Current affairs. Gunjan Chajay oversaw the current affairs part of session. She briefly discussed the most recent news in an interactive way. General evaluation. The general evaluator T.M. Sonal Shailendra, she gave a constructive evaluation of speech and the entire meet outlining the areas that needed improvement. Winners of the meeting. Best speaker, prepared speaker Monish Kumar V was declared as the best prepared speaker. Best individual evaluator Srivatsav GN was declared as the best individual evaluator. Best role player Divya Someshwar was declared as the best role player. Closing remarks by President. President Sumitra Rajpure expressed her gratitude to Chief Guest. General evaluator and participants for attending the meeting, making it successful. The meeting adjourned at 8:30 p.m. There were 60 attendees for the meeting.
Thank you, Krishna. Can we have a big round of applause for Krishna? So it's time to call upon the captain of this ship for today's meet. He is a person who have recently completed his P10. He is the PRO of the past committee, and also his name is Love plus Ish. So let us call Lavish Singh, Master of Ceremony for today's meet.
Good morning, everyone. In the year 2022, in the month of March, I joined the SICASA Speakers Forum. And now, it's the year 2023 March, and I completed almost 1 year in SICASA Speakers Forum. When I joined SICASA Speakers Forum, I had no clue about it, that what it's completely all about. I was completely introvert person. From the orientation days till the SICASA Speakers Forum, my days are like just coming onto the stage, giving one smile, and then going back. But today when I see back, I see myself that I transcend myself in the past 1 year, being the today's word. And thank you, Sumitra, for introducing me in such a wonderful way. So let me tell you a fact about Sumitra. I met her 5 years back, as you all know. Have you all seen the Ye Jawani Hai Diwani movie? In that Deepika Padukone, how she was introvert in the initial days. The same she was 5 years before. But now when I see her, after 5 years, she has completely turned into an extrovert person. That states the today's theme that sky is the limit. And the today's session is divided into 4 parts. First we'll have the prepared speaker session. Second we'll have the butterfly session. And the third we'll have the educational session. And fourth we'll have the general evaluation session. So to evaluate the entire meet, today we have a general evaluator. He is an origin from Kerala and completed his CA in Bangalore. He is a practicing chartered accountant since 1995 and also been the past president in Bangalore CA Toastmasters Club. And an active participant in Eloquent Profession and SICASA Speakers Forum and GMCS matches. So let me introduce the general evaluator of today's meet, CA Mohan Kumar sir.
Thank you for introducing. So I am the general evaluator for today's meeting. So let me see how transition will happen in this particular meeting by taking various roles. And to conduct my role, what I am going to do, I am going to evaluate the entire meeting from beginning to end. To help me, I have got some tag teams. First, I request the timer to explain her role. Come on.
priceless. We can't own it, but we can use it. We can't keep it, but we can spend it. Once it's lost forever. Good morning, everyone. And today I'm taking the role of time war. And each prepared speakers will be provided with minimum of 5 minutes and maximum of 7 minutes and 30 seconds of grace. And butterfly speakers will be provided with minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds of grace. And individual evaluator will be provided 2 to 3 minutes. And who doesn't adhere to this timings will be disqualified from voting. And all the best for your work. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Timer. Thank you, Timer, for explaining your role in a detailed manner. And you would have showed the card. That is only one suggestion from me. And next role player for today's meeting, that is the accountant. I would request the accountant to explain your role.
Hello everyone, this is Ashit. As the quote of the day says that the only limits in life are the ones you make. As like that, once you make the limits in your filler words, there is no limit for your public speaking. So filler words are those which makes your speech as like very less valuable. Those are like the and some hand movement and gestures. So if you make less these gestures, your speech will be more valuable and more good. So hope you all the best for your speeches, and you hope you all use less filler words for this day and for all your speech. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for explaining your role. So as much as possible, you should avoid using all this us. So while moving on, so I would request the grammarian to explain your role.
Very good morning, everyone. I'm Swati Maitreyi, and I'm going to be the grammarian of today's session. So the word of the day is transcend, and to transcend means to break all the stereotypes that there are, and to just go beyond the boundaries and to just fetch yourselves all the things that you deserve, that you feel is out there. So that's what transcend is all about. I mean, all of us have this gift of life, and not just any life, it's human life, with this amount of intellect and this amount of opportunities and possibilities out there. So it's totally upon us to make use of that. And all of us have insecurities. We might be insecure about the way we look, the way we talk, the place we are from, or the amount of money we have, or a million things like this. But when you hold all of these insecurities against the gift of life, it's nothing, and it's totally upon us to break them and to transcend them and to fetch ourselves everything that we want. So that's about the word of the day. And the quote of the day is the only limits in life are the ones you make. So that's a lot has been talked about that, so I'll skip that part. And the theme of the day is sky is the limit. So yeah, ironically I read a quote that sky is not the limit and it's just the beginning. So yeah, I mean, transcending is all about just getting things that you really feel you deserve while being human and while being as nice and human as possible. So that's about the context of the day. And as the grammarian, I just sit back and make notes of all the good things and the bad things that you all are going to be doing with respect to grammar. And I urge you all to use the theme word and quote of the day in your speeches. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, grammarian, for explaining your role. So as you said, a beautiful phrase you said, because sky is not only the limit, so we need to grow further in our life, and let us transcend in our life, attending more SICASA meetings. And we have got one more role player, that to speak better, so we need to listen more. So that is why, to check your listening skills, I would request the listener to explain your role.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I'll be the listener for today. I'll make questions of important things or anything that is said by any speaker on this dais today. And at the end of the meet, I'll pose the questions and you'll have to answer. And who answers most of the questions will be declared the listener for today. So the Sunday morning is always known for how lazy we are. So let us transcend that boundary today and make it a memorable and attentive one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, listener, for explaining your role, and pay your attention. I hope you are going to give some award for the winner. Okay, over to the MC.
Thank you, sir. So moving on to the prepared speaker session. Today we have two prepared speakers who will be giving their P1. But I feel sometimes jealousy about them. Because I have completed my P10 and I don't have any speeches left to give in this forum. So before calling upon the prepared speakers of P1, let me call upon the individual evaluator of P1, Divya, to give the guidance support.
A very good morning to everyone. P1 is all about telling about yourself, speaking confidently, how confidently you can present yourself on the stage, and how confidently you can interact to the people on the stage. It's all about introducing yourself is the basic criteria of P1. Apart from that, it's appreciable if you maintain the opening body and conclusion criteria. Wishing the very best for the speaker. Over to him.
Thank you, Divya. So the first speaker, I don't need to introduce him because he is giving his P1 and he has to introduce to us. So let me call upon the first speaker, Siva, to give his P1.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Life is a circle. I want to prove you that through my story. I am Abhi. Today I want to share my story with all of you. I know you all are wondering why I am calling myself as Abhi. You all know my name is Shivashankar, but none of my family members call me with that name. Rather, they call me with the name as Abhi. So, this is because as per my birth time and other significant factors, my parents had two best options, that is Abhiram and Shivashankar. Since my family god is Lord Shiva, they named me as Shivashankar. Still, my mother liked that other name, Abhiram, so my family members started calling me as with the nickname of Abhi. So when talking about me, I am a naughty and mischievous boy from my childhood who never listens to their parents and who always irritates his parents. And whenever they say to study, I say I study. So please let me play. So I'm a person who always like to be outside and play the whole day, and I also even bunking classes for playing with my friends in the ground. So when coming even after bunking the classes and even doing the mischievous things, my teachers never scolded me. And they were like, yeah, you can do it, but still don't affect your studies. So I never let these mischievous things and these bunking classes never affected my studies. So when coming back to studies, since I have spoken about my studies, coming back to my studies, I have a sudden turn in my life. In my life I was average person who was scoring 80 to 85%, and as in my life I suddenly turned that as topper. So I also don't know how the sudden transcend happened in my life. So I also this sudden transcend. I don't want to question the transcend. So because of this transcend, I got so much of recognition. I know no one reject the recognition, right? So when coming back to how I choose this profession, this is one of my sister's wish. So I want to fulfill that wish. I was thinking what if she can't do it, I'll do it and I'll make her happy rather than she completing, I completed it. And another thing is I want to earn so much as money that I should not say no to anyone in the world who is in need. So when coming back how I started my CA studies, etc. Before that, I want to say something. Since I was an average person and then sudden turn took place as a topper, and after my 10th class I was secured a district rank, and then after I cleared my 12th class with 95%, and after coming back to CA, and again a sudden turn has taken place from average person to a topper, and again as an average person in CA, because no one will get except some persons, no one will get more than 80% somehow. So again a sudden turn change take place as an average person. So when coming back to my CA studies, how I started, as soon as I completed my 12th class, I have joined in CA Foundation in June 2020 in SICASA classes. So as soon as I completed my exams, I joined in CA and Inter early bird batch in SICASA classes on December 2020. So after completing my classes for 6 months and then I started my preparation. So somehow, I cleared my group 1 in November 2021 attempt, and then after that I cleared my group 2 in May 22 attempt. So after clearing my group 2, I was thinking like, before clearing my group 2 only I have joined in articleship. So when I cleared my group 1, I have attempted both the groups, but I haven't able to clear both the groups at a single time. So I was thinking how to clear my group 2. I want to do it somehow. So I don't want to waste my time. So as soon as I wrote my group 2 exams, I joined in articleship. So it's been 10 months since then. So I joined my articleship. There are a lot of stories, but if I share the stories, I hope the whole day is not sufficient for that. So as like I said, there is a sudden turn as an average person to topper and topper to again average person. This is how I want to prove you guys like life is a circle. Average to topper, hype, and then again coming back. So this is how I want to prove like life is a circle. I know everyone can relate with this. Thank you for listening my small story, guys. Thank you for giving those precious time. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva, for the wonderful speech. But I disagree with you one thing. You said that I scored average about 80 to 85%. 85% is not an average percentage. Average comes to 60%. So moving on to the next speaker. The next speaker is evaluated by Sana Lokesh and the guidelines remains the same, so you need to be seated there. So it's time to call upon the next speaker. The next speaker is Ishwar Nag. So I welcome Ishwar Nag to give your P1.
Karma comes back.
Namaste to all of you. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes.
Thank you for the confirmation. My name is K. Nishwarna. I am coming from Hindupur. So let me go to the. Let me start from first thing. Namaste, my name is K. Nishwarna. So I am here to deliver my P1 speech, and I am heartily thankful for giving me this golden opportunity. So instead of I believe in a word that the people learn from their mistakes. So let me, instead of introducing myself, I thought that it would be better to know what do you all think about me. So I have prepared some 5 questions. So it would be like a true or false session. So let me start it with the first question. I was born and brought up in Bangalore. Is it true or false?
False.
Yes, I have revealed the answer. I have born in Hindupur, which is in Andhra Pradesh, nearly 100 kilometers from here. So the next question is, I was a backbencher throughout my life journey. True or false? I was a backbencher. Even if now you can go to my college and inquire about me. I am feeling as a mischievous student. So the next question is, I have cleared my CA foundation in first attempt.
True.
False. I have cleared my CA foundation in second attempt. It's better not to blame others. Okay. Okay. The next question is, I like watching movies. True. It's a unanimous answer. It would be true. And I also like to watch movies, play games, traveling, and so on. I think the time would be sufficient to explain some more things about me. So there is a small instance which tell me not only a mischievous student but also a stubborn and determined student or a person. So there is a small instance where when I was in the 10th class, all my school faculty has categorized the students into like 3 categories: below average, average, and above average, who will perform extremely. They thought me as an average person who will pass in the exams instead of securing the good marks or 90-95%. So I have determined that I'll not leave these exams and I'll score more than 90%. So after seeing the results, the school faculty has stunned that I have scored 92% in my 10th class. So even this happened in when I was in intermediate. In Karnataka, I think they'll call us PUC. So don't ask me about second year. It was a drastic change. So as I conclude, maybe I still have a time. Okay. Even there is a incident which shows me as a mischievous guy or a naughty person. Once when I was a kid, my leg got fractured, left leg. So it was, you all know that when the fracture happens, it becomes so many months to recover. So I was getting bored in the house, traveling here and there with one leg. So I was very bored. So I was having an idea in my mind where I was having a remote controlled car. So I thought to dismantle it and reassemble it. But I dismantled it successfully. But while I am assembling, I forgot how to make connections and left it there and kept aside. Even now I have that car in my house. Even though I am trying to assemble it, I couldn't due to CA course. As I am busy studying, reading, it goes on, the time flows. So as I conclude, my ultimate aim is to achieve and to become a business entrepreneur, not only to become a chartered accountant. So I don't have any business model to develop until now, but once I get to know what business model to improve and develop, I start my business and become an entrepreneur. As the today's quote says, the sky is the limit. So I set my limit to become a business entrepreneur, which is far more than today in the today's world, which is very competitive. But I think it's my zeal to become a business entrepreneur, not to become a chartered accountant. But till then, I will be serving as a chartered accountant to the public. So thank you for listening patiently my P1 speech.
Thank you, Ishwar. Let me ask you another question. You have to say true or false, okay? So 225 meet is completed, and now Sumitra's tenure has been started. So I hope and I expect that by 258 meet, Sumitra will take this forum into the great heights. True or false? True. Thank you. So moving on to the next session, that is the butterfly session. So today's butterfly master, I met her in my orientation batch 1 year before. When I asked for introduction, she didn't give me the introduction. Instead, she transferred 1,500 rupees to me. So when I asked her, why did you transfer 1,500 rupees to me? She told that we have purchased the test series, so we'll do a sharing. I asked, no need of sharing. In friendship, it's common. Then she said, Pagakila, I got scholarship. You can use it. So it's time to introduce the butterfly master, Chandana.
Thank you, Ravish, for the introduction. And good morning, everybody. I am Chandana, today's butterfly master. Butterfly session is conducted to enhance the short speeches. When we ask to talk on particular topics in public, we find it difficult to frame the sentences. So, butterfly session help us to improve in this aspect. The speakers will be picked up from the group and will be given a particular topic on which we will be talking on. Every speaker will be getting 1 minute, minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace to talk on the topic. And before starting with the topic, tell your name so that we can get familiar with. Also, if you didn't get the topic, it's fine. Utilize that time to introduce yourself briefly. So the first topic is
share your experience of playing traditional games. That is, it can be modern judo or chupa chuppin, snake and ladder like that. So I would like to call the first butterfly speaker, the orange color top. Sorry, I don't know your name.
I'm Sanjana and I'm doing my articleship in SEO, which is in the next building. And nice way of addressing me. My top, I think, stole the thunder. Yeah. So my topic for today is sharing my experience of playing traditional games. So most of the times that I played traditional games was in the lockdown, and that was with my sister mostly. Every day it became like a ritual to us. Get up, play a game of Ludo, and then go brush your teeth, do whatever your daily routine things after only after playing Ludo. So I am like a Ludo champion. Whoever plays Ludo with me, sorry, you are going to lose because I always win in the Ludo game that I play, and that is the only game that I win, I guess. And yeah, and I think it's Snake and Ladders. Yeah, I played Snake and Ladders too again with my sister and friends, family. And it's usually when we play Ludo game. Suppose 4 members are playing, there will be always this case will always come up that there will be 2 people who are favorite for each other and they won't kill each other and they won't kill each other's keys. So me and my sister, we were very young and naive at that time, so everybody used to just kill us and move forward. Yeah, that's all I can do. Thank you.
And the second topic is pick a person from the group and tell me about how you feel about that person, the bond you share with that person. So to talk on this topic, I would like to call the person next to Aditya. Sorry, I'm not good with names.
Didn't call me. What?
Names I don't remember.
Topic?
Pick a person from the group and explain the bond with them.
Okay, what's your name?
Isha.
You should know that, sir.
If I had to pick one person, it would be doing a disservice to any person, all the other of my friends. Lots of people here whom I share a particular bond. However, since today's G is Mohan sir, I'll speak about Mohan sir. I first met Mohan sir during my orientation course. I think it was in 2018 or 2019. Now it seems a long time ago. But trust me, if you are with Mohan sir, you don't feel time fly away. The thing about Mohan sir I remember particularly is that with you, he'll become like a mirror. You will only see whatever you are. He is very comfortable doing that. The fantastic thing that I think about sir's course during his stay with us during his time with us during the orientation course was that I think he was the first person who introduced humor. That is obviously given. Apart from that, I think during his session when I felt okay, there is something or the other that I can do, that I felt confident coming on the stage, that I felt that it doesn't matter who I am, it doesn't matter how I speak, it doesn't matter how I portray any particular thing. All it matters is to come on stage, at least speak one particular word, and then it goes on from there. That particular breakthrough I distinctly remember coming from Mohan sir's session. Apart from that, I met sir yesterday also. Sir was presiding officer. Sir is presiding officer of the Elephant Professional wing of the KSCA. There also you could see different avatars of sir. One thing about sir is, if you want to be jokey, he'll be as joking a person as possible. If you want to be as serious, he'll be as serious a person as possible. This particular thing, I think it flows from Bruce Lee's quote. He told, be like water. Whatever container you're put in, take that particular shape. So that particular thing lesson, I think nobody explains it better, nobody portrays it better, nobody embodies that better other than Mohan sir. So I'll take this opportunity to thank Mohan sir for his guidance and his opportunities. Thank you, sir.
The next topic is, if you were in place of Sir Isaac Newton, talk on that topic, I would like to call the person. Yes.
These white checks you can say. What's your name?
Naman.
Huh?
Naman. Hello guys, I'm Naman. And the topic for the day, as stated, Isaac Newton होता तो Apple की जगह क्या discover करते हैं? So first of all, I wouldn't have discovered gravity. I'm not so smart. And second, I don't know what would I do because I'm not Isaac Newton. And being Naman, I would definitely eat that apple. Second, I would discover if there are more apples. And third, I would see कि अगर एप्पल है कितने ज़्यादा है तोड़ के निकाल के कैसे भी करके इकट्ठा करके मार्केट में बेच दूँ मारवाड़ी हूँ ना what would I say more like the topic is very much confined. Yeah, that's it. One thing is I wouldn't have discovered gravity.
Okay. Funny apart, let us discuss on economic things. India stands in 5th position in largest world economy. Will the position remain the same or vary? Where do you see India in next 5 years? To talk on this subject, I would like to call Divya on stage.
This is a straight bouncer on me. Okay, a very happy morning. Where do I see India in the next 5 years?
At present, it's in 5th position. So, will it vary or being stable? Or will you see somewhere in 3rd or 2nd position like that? According to your knowledge.
I have zero knowledge. I would choose a different topic.
Okay, the next topic is secrets that you have been hiding from your parents.
This is a nice topic which I can tell upon. In my CA firm, we have a 5-day work rule in a week. But on every Saturday, I go to my office telling that I have office and I go do the time pass. Even my other colleagues will join me because we'll just go, we'll open the laptops in the name of the work, we'll do just chit chat and all cross talkings about all the office members, all the partners. This is a very wrong place to put in.
Don't worry, it is being recorded.
I hope this doesn't reach my office.
I didn't ask you to share the office secrets now. It's fine. Anyone who want to talk about the economic topic? Anyone from the group? Sana.
Hello everyone, good morning. I think this is a very too technical topic that has come up in butterfly session. Where would I personally see India in next 5 years? So as I came to know today that it's in 5th position now. So considering all the factors such as human resource or the other resources that we have, I think it would reach the 3rd position maybe. So because as of now, India is lagging back when it comes to education or employment opportunities. Though people are getting more employment opportunities, it has become a case wherein more of AI is coming into picture, artificial intelligence as such. And recently we heard that many of the MC companies just terminated so many employees. When it comes to Google, it was like 1,000 employees, 5,000 if I'm not wrong. So this is the considering these facts, I don't know where would it reach, but as per my opinion, it would reach somewhere around third position, not first, of course, for sure, because there are so many countries banging with the positions in the economy. So also there are elections coming. Not to talk on politics. Yes, we'll see what our next leaders would do to take India to great heights. So yeah, that's it for this too technical topic. Thank you so much.
And the next topic is speak on one superstitious things that you believe in. Any volunteer for this topic? One superstitious belief that you believe in. Krishna? There is no volunteers, I will only speak.
There is no such thing as superstition I believe in. I might think of superstition. My parents would say the superstition things like so many things. Shouldn't haircut on Fridays, Saturdays, Tuesdays. When should I even haircut? And my nails, everything comes up with my parents. So there are many things like my parents believe in superstition things like don't go out on the lunar eclipse. Like even the scientists say that you can go out, you can have not chill out, but you can just see the sun and come back there. There are so many things like that. So I don't believe in so many things as superstitions. Might be my favorite calculator to the CA exams. So everyone has superstition belief that your favorite calculator, the only thing you take to exams. Thank you.
And the next topic is teach us something that you are specialized in. It might be a cooking, solving mathematics, some or whatever it is that you are specialized in. For that topic, I would like to call the girl with a blue top.
Hello everyone, I am Janma and this is my first meet. I am so nervous. The one thing, what's my topic?
You are specialized in.
I am not specialized, like I am singer from my childhood. I was in second standard and I went to learn music that was from my mother's course. I just don't want to sing on that particular time, and she taught me in home also and always playing a song in TV. None other channels was in my TV rather than music. Always public music, Udaya music. Only that was in my childhood. I haven't seen that Pogo or Chintu TV. Only Udaya music, Udaya music, Udaya music. And when I came to Tumkur to study in first PU, I have joined Hamsaleka music class. I have learned music with Hamsaleka sir. And none other than that, I am loving music and I love to sing songs wherever I love to sing in middle of road also. I am not nervous while singing, but talking like this, I am so nervous. That's it.
Okay, the next topic is, as per you, which is the dangerous weapon? Is it a pen or a sword? To talk on that, I would like to call Naman Namsti. We have one more Naman too. Which is dangerous, pen or sword?
Okay. Hi everyone, this is Naman. We have another Naman also, but this is Naman D. So, according to me, which is the strongest weapon, pen or sword? It depends on different people, different point of view. Suppose a person, a writer, can write anything from his pen and can use his words to describe what's happening, what is not happening, and that can affect any people. But using a sword, an army people can use a sword as the strongest weapon, not as a pen. It depends on people to people, it varies from people to people how you use that. Pen can be as the strongest weapon, as not as the strongest weapon as well. But in this world right now, pen can be used as the strongest weapon because a writer can describe anything and it can reach to any people in this world and can describe what's happening and what is not happening. But a sword cannot. So from my point of view, pen is the strongest weapon rather than a sword.
Okay, coming to the next topic. Which climate do you like in Bangalore? So, to talk on this topic, I would like to call the last person sitting on it.
Rakshit. Hi everyone, I am Rakshit. This is second session. First time I came here to speak. I am happy with standing here. Basically, I am from out of Bangalore. From 4 months before I came to Bangalore. When I came to Bangalore for orientation class, here is full rainy season. We are riding the bike to came orientation classes. It is a good experience. We enjoy that. Thank you.
We all play pranks with our friends. So I want one of you to share that experience playing pranks with your friends. So who will? Any volunteers here? Any volunteers? Nidhi.
You are volunteering for me.
So, more than playing pranks on my friends have played a lot of pranks on me. But now I'll tell one prank that I played on one of my close friends. So, I told that I got into a relationship, and it's been a long time, and I described that person so very attractively that they should get jealous or something. So I played this prank for almost 2 months or something, and then I revealed that it's a prank. Actually, there is no one called that, like that person or anything. So they didn't believe that it was a prank, first of all, because I took it for such a long time. And yeah, that is one of the recent pranks that I played. And coming to pranks that were played on me, we had Lavish, our MC for the day. So he called me as a stranger, and then yeah, he tried to fool me, but I got to know that he is Lavish. And yeah, that's it. Pranks are always fun around friends, and also try it with your parents. Thank you.
Visiting to new places are some of our hobbies. Let me call upon this person to talk on this topic, where share your experience of a place that you have recently visited. Yes.
Yeah, hello everyone, I'm Manu. So, I came to Bangalore recently. Yeah, I guess this is the place I have visited recently. Yeah, it's a pretty good place and people here are very nice. Yeah, I'm basically from Shimoga, and I
What you are
think
seeing in Bangalore?
like infrastructure is very good. And I think people here are very nice. We get to meet people from different states.
How Bangalore is different from Shivamogga?
In the sense, in terms of like people,
According to you.
yeah, people are a bit nicer here than what I saw there. Yeah.
The next topic is very important to all of us. The topic is, how would you introduce yourself to HR during interview as a practicing chartered accountant? So, I want a volunteer to talk on this topic.
like how I introduce to etc. So I'll just give a brief about myself, and they definitely as the attempts I have taken, I'll be okay with telling the attempts because see there is a course where you are tested in every situation, not only your academics but your personal life, your time schedules, your discipline, your persistence, everything matters. And I would say luckily I was of a COVID batch, like the exams used to get postponed and there was a huge mental straining in the head. I was infected with COVID, so I just tell them whatever happened with me. So always even the other person HR also, even though they look at people who have cleared in the first attempts, but they even take the candidates who are taken 2-3 attempts because they know how consistent they are.
Let us talk about love now. Red rose symbolize new love, black rose symbolize final goodbye. So whom would you give red rose and black rose to? Any volunteers to this topic?
Lavish.
This time we will go with girls. You?
Good morning everyone, my name is Chindu. Actually, to give red rose, currently I don't have anyone to give red rose. I don't have anyone to invite into my life. To give red rose, I can give to my Sudhir sir. He was CA, like in our firm. He was a chairman of the firm. So because he trusted me a lot and he joined me as an article in this firm. So I would like to give, like with lots of presents. I would like to give to Sudhir sir, CA Sudhir sir. And black rose, I'm just thinking to whom I can give to black rose. So I don't think so. I don't want to hurt anyone. Whoever comes into my life, I will be with them till end. So I don't need to give black rose. Thank you.
Okay, the last topic for the day. Sadhguruji emphasized on renaming India as Bharat. What is your opinion on this? So for this, I would like to call Aditya Mandot for
Come on, Aditya.
Okay, how many of you guys know about secular India and the old India, the ancient India? How many countries we had? Okay, can you guys take a guess? How many countries were in India? One of it was India. Yeah, how many? Yeah, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, America. Okay. Now. Yes, actually he's right. So now we had so many countries together with us, but now we are separated, right? Now we have the Muslims taken the Afghanistan, the Pakistan, and the other Bangladesh, East Pakistan. But when we talk about India, we have all religions in India, right? We have Marwadis, we have Gujaratis, we have Kannadigas, the Hindus, the Muslims, the Christians, the the Christians and the Sikhs, the Parsis. So when I talk about India, I don't think it should be named as Bharat, because Bharat will symbolize only, I think it will symbolize only one of the few religions. But when you say India, that I think India is an emotion which brings all religions together. So I will not rename it as, is it Sadhguru? Yeah, actually I don't believe him because okay, I won't go deep inside, but my grandfather's he was my grandfather's best friend, so he knows how Sadhguru was before. But yeah, now he is a very good person. Yes, but though so being an Indian, I will not rename it as Bharat because I know the importance of all the religions in India. Being one of them, giving importance to each one of the religion is very important, and that is the reason I won't rename it as Bharat, because I respect the Muslims as well. So, and many people know I talk more about Muslims because I have a soft corner for them too, because they are always discriminated. But though I will not rename it as Bharat, India. So, India ki jai.
Okay. Last I said it was the last topic. To add upon, I would like to say one more topic. That is, we all love to listen music. So, what is your opinion, or what mood do you prefer? We listen music for when we are in bad mood, or sometimes when we are in good mood. So, share your experience about the music that you would love to listen on. For that topic, I would like to call the guy in the blue shirt.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vishal Patel, and to talk about the music, I think I have two preferences. Not particularly preferences. I'm a huge fan of old Hindi musics, the one which were released in the early 20s. And talking about the moods, I don't think there are any particular moods I would prefer to listen to any music. But as people usually say that when you're sad, you listen to the lyrics, and when you're happy, you listen to the music. And also, as long as you listen to music, I don't think there's any mood you have. And you listen to music, you're happy. You're sad, you listen to music. And any kind of music is a music. So that's it. Thank you.
Vishal.
Thank you for all the butterfly speakers for coming here and talking on the subjects. Thank you all. This is for the
1,500 transfer.
Thank you, Sandana, for the most amazing session conducted over here. I want people from there to count 1, 2, 3. From there, you can start. Come.
2, 3, 4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10, 11, 12, 13,
15, 16,
17,
18,
19, 20,
21, 22,
20.
26. Total 27 attendees of today's meeting. So today's attendance is 27. And moving on to the further session, we have an educational session which has been conducted by the general evaluator. So we would like to call upon Mohan sir for this session.
Okay, thank you all for inviting me as a G for this particular meeting. And I thought why can't capture an opportunity, because it is speaking before the people. So you will not get an opportunity to speak before the people. That is why I requested the president to give me an opportunity to speak on a particular topic. I don't know, she had taken it a wrong way. She said she thought that I was supposed to deliver a education speech, but it is not. But whenever a G is speaking, it is generally it is not, should not be, it is a education speech. You can speak on any topic for that matter. So today I am not going to educate you, but I am going to educate you in a different way, where I am going to deliver a speech, and speech will go like this. I don't know, someone would have heard this speech, I don't know, because I gave this speech in different platforms. So I will start my speech. ये कुत्ते कन्वर नहीं कन्वर लाल बोल. So this is the beautiful delivery made by a greatest Indian actor. What I can say, that is the Ambarish, who is also called as Mandya the Gadu. So because of his acting skill, he had earned name and he had earned money, and more than that, he had won the hearts of the many people across the Karnataka, across India, even I can say across the world. But the problem was, he committed one mistake in his life. The mistake was, he did not maintain his health. Because of that, the last years of his life, where he could not enjoy, and and because of that, he suffered like anything. So, very purpose of delivering this particular speech to educate all of you, my dear student. So, we are the people to should maintain our health. Maintaining health is most important, my dear student. So, by sitting as a practicing chartered accountant who have got an experience for last 25 years, so I would like to give about 4 tips how can you maintain your health. The first tip is, so once you marry you will come to know, most importantly, so you need to listen to your spouse, especially for the married man, so he should listen to his wife. So that was the occasion I got an opportunity to speak before a people and to conduct a motivation session, and I was conducting the session at Mysore. At that point of time, there were around 20 participants. I asked them a very simple question: how many of you are listening to your wife? And I told them you have to stand in 2 different rows. Row 1 is meant for only those people who have to stand there who are listening to their wife, and the second one is a row meant for the people who are not listening to their wife. All the 19 participants were standing on that particular row number 1, but there was only one person standing on row number 2. I was surprised how it could happen on this earth. So without listening to anyone's life, how can he lead his life? I went there to him and I asked, what is this happening? And he said, my wife only told me to sit in this particular stand. So now the tip number 1 is what you need to do after your marriage. So if you are the man, you need to listen to your wife. What is the second tip? Second tip is most important, is even for the students also, because we waste lots of time by engaging ourselves by watching mobile phone. So that day after buying a very new mobile phone, branded phone, that is Apple phone, I was returning from Malleshwaram to my house and I was on the way. I was watching some of the beautiful videos shared by Sahana Lokesh, so it was very good and I was fully focused on that. And what a mistake I did. Instead of entering my house, I entered my neighbor's house. I went inside, I sat on the sofa and I was watching the television. At that time, owners of the wife of the owner came there by holding a tea and she offered me. And at that time, she was also looking at what I'm doing. And she was thinking that I was her husband. And I was drinking the tea on that time. After some time, the owner of the house came there and he looked at me and said, "Oh, by mistake I entered." He was also busy in watching the video. So my dear student, so when you watch the video, when you are busy in all social networking, what will happen is you are going to lose your time, and most importantly, you cannot focus on your work. And even as a student, you cannot focus on your studies. That is why, as much as possible, try to reduce the usage of phone in your life. So that is the second one. And what is the third tip I can give? It is all about. So we were three friends discussing each other about it was a general discussion amongst us. At that point of time, so I had a friend that is called, his name is Yusuf, and he said, so whenever my wife gets into BMTC bus, so what he does, he charges twice the actual fare. I asked him what is the reason, because she is so fat. And I had one more friend, he said, whenever my wife gets into any auto rickshaw, auto wala charges thrice the actual price. So because she was very fat. And I said that point of time, because my experience is totally different. It is totally different. Sometimes I was required to wash my wife's clothes, and sometime I need to carry those clothes to the laundry shop. And that time I was on the way to the laundry shop, and our regular shop was closed. And I was searching for a new shop there, and I went there and kept the clothes belonging to my wife on the table. And the shopkeeper looked at the clothes and looked at me, looked at the clothes and looked at me. And I asked, what is the problem? He said, here we are only washing the clothes but not the shamyan. My dear student, one of the important things you need to maintain, that is all about physical fitness. That is why every day I run. Today also I ran 10 kilometers. Okay. That is regular health checkup. That is also equally important. That day I went to my doctor, so who was my close relative, and I was supposed to enter into a cabin. At that point of time, the receptionist sitting on the table, she said, now you cannot enter because you have to come in the queue, though you are a relative. The problem was, many patients were sitting in the row and all of them were removed their shirt. And the receptionist also told me, so you should also remove your shirt to get the consultation of the doctor. I sat along in the row and I removed the shirt. At that time I was asking my neighbors, so why did you remove the shirt? One of the patients said, I have got some issue with the finger, but still this particular lady asked me to remove the shirt. I don't know what is the reason. So I have got certain issue with my skin. Even then the receptionist told me to remove my shirt, and even I have got some pain in my head. Even then receptionist asked me to remove my shirt. And at that point of time I said, but my problem was totally different. What is my problem? As my doctor is my close relative, why did I came here? I came here to give an invitation about my doctor's marriage. In spite of that, the receptionist asked me to remove my shirt and sit in the queue. So that is why, my dear student, most importantly, maintaining your health is most important. So once you become a chartered accountant, you will come to know the real experience, because we are very fond of making the money, not earning the money. Making the money is totally different from earning the money. And in that point of time, what will happen? So you will ignore your health. A day will come, what will happen is, you are required to spend lakhs of rupees to get your health back. But it is not at all possible. That is why, most importantly, give your 100% attention for maintaining your health so that you can enjoy your life throughout your life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. I'll make sure that I will listen to my wife, and as well as I will take care of my health. So, in future, not now. So, moving on into the next session. Affairs, I don't like it. I avoid. But being in same profession, affairs usually they like you. Because you need to know the current knowledge about the temporary world. So, in order to conduct the current affairs session, I would like to call upon Chandu to give to conduct the session about the current affairs.
Good morning everyone. As I introduced earlier, my name is Chandu. Today I am here with a few of the current updates. Not full, few of the current updates. India and Tanzania have received approval from the Reserve Bank of India to utilize the respective national currencies in bilateral trade settlements. This move is anticipated to decrease transaction costs and improve the effectiveness of cross-border trade. India is aiming to become the leader in a global shipbuilding industry by launching the Green Tug Transition Program and settling a goal of becoming global hub for green ship by 2030. Ministry of Textiles has issued a notification to set up 7 mega integrated textile region and appear PM Mitra parks with a total outlay of rupees 4,445 crores. Ratan Tata has been named as a honorary officer in the General Division of the Order of Australia for his outstanding contribution to Australia-India bilateral relationship. Union Minister Anurag Thakur announced a 4% hike in DNS allowance for central government employees
on Friday. The PM inaugurated 13.71 km stretch from Whitefield to Krishnarajapuram metro line of the Reach 1 extension project under Bangalore Metro Phase 2. And an employee of Google shared on LinkedIn his struggle with finding a rental home in Bengaluru and his failures to pass tenant interviews. The Institute of Chartered Accountants has issued a notification requiring CAs to file for Know Your Member starting from 2023 and 24. The official last date to link permanent account number with Aadhaar card is 31st March 2023. As per Income Tax Department, failure to complete this process will make unlinked PAN inoperative. IPL 2023. The Board of Control for Cricket in India (BCCI) officially announced the IPL 2023 schedule on 17th Feb 2023. The IPL 2023 will start on 31st March 2023. The excitement and build for the curtain riser is palpable among fans as Royal Challengers Bengaluru (RCB) are ready for Unbox Event 2023. On 26th March, the franchisee has announced the Hall of Fame induction of two of their star players, Chris Gayle and A.B. de Villiers. That's it for today, and back to Ravish.
Well, thank you, Chandu. So everyone listen. Can you listen to me? It's time to call upon the listener to test your listening skills. So I would like to call upon Nidhi to test your listening skills for the question.
So I'll start with the questions. You have to raise your hand. The first one to raise the hand will get the opportunity to answer. And yeah, I'll be noting down. I'll ask 3 questions and one will be the one only for those 3 who answer first. First one, in President's first address, she mentioned that rats were put into the water and taken back. So how long did the rats last the second time? Harshit.
60 hours.
Sorry?
60 hours.
Correct. Next. Shiva in his P1 mentioned the percentage that he got in his 12th. How much did he score? Naman.
95.
Correct. Who emphasized on renaming India as Bharat? Krishna.
Sadhguru.
Correct. The last question. In our GS addressal, he started with a dialogue of Ambrish. What was it? Manu. Oh, sorry. This can be answered. Okay. Manu, you can answer.
एक कुत्ते कन्वर नहीं कन्वर लाल है
Karna Lal. Language problem.
Okay, I'll cancel the question. Now, Krishna, Naman and Harshit, you 3 have to answer the last question. So in Ishwar's P1 speech, he mentioned from which town he is. Naman.
Hindupur.
Correct. So the listener for today is Naman.
So well, thank you Nidhi for testing the listening skills. Even I also listen to my wife. So it's time to call upon for the feedback session. So we'd like to call upon CA Mohan sir to again give the feedback of today's speech.
Okay. Okay. Language. Okay, let us start the general evaluation session. So why do we conduct this particular evaluation? The only purpose is, so you give any performance on the stage. The problem is, so we will not be knowing whatever the mistakes you are committing. So we need to get the feedback from the people. But there are many people within us, the problem with them is they are not willing to listen to their feedback. They think that whatever they that is perfect and other person good. But here in our this particular platform, so you have got the opportunity not only of performing, more than that you will get lots of feedback out of that. So it is the point where you can improve upon in your whenever you take next roles. So I would like to ask one question to all of you. Who has started this particular SICASA Speakers Forum in Bangalore? Who has started?
Chittur sir.
Chittur sir? No, under whose chairmanship it
BT
happened?
Shetty, sir.
Huh?
BT Shetty.
Come on.
BT Shetty.
Yes, BT Shetty. Okay, that is good. So he was the person who was a Toastmaster, and he has taken the decision that so something has to be done for the student. That is why all we Toastmasters sat together, and we have taken that because at that point of time he was the chairman, so he could take the decision, and where we have created this particular platform especially for the student. And at that point of time, as you said, we have got a DTM Chittur, and who is the founder of the Toastmaster in our country. So let us get back to today's evaluation. So first of all, I will start with the evaluation of the sergeant at arms. I request the sergeant at arms to please stand up. So you have initially started off your role by giving an activity for the student. That was very good, so that you will come to know how the people are so attentive, because getting the attention of the people is most important. Some of them they rose the hand, some of them they drop the hand, that is all together. But giving the activity is most important. That is the best way of what you call playing any role as a beginner. And one more thing is, you have to ask the question to them, how to find a fees. All those things were good. And only one suggestion from my end is, because you asked the the motor song was played in between. So my only suggestion is you should play at the beginning of the meeting, because before giving any activity as such. So first you start the meeting with the playing a motor song, and so you have asked the people to switch off the phone and do not talk about the sensitive topic, and you also spoke about the word, and most importantly you asked the question to that was good. Some of these suggestions, one more suggestion is, when you come to this particular forum, come in a formal. So wear a full hand shirt and be informal. And after that, one more thing is, always applause is most important, because then only we have got the energy in the meeting. And you have introduced the president. That was very good, and you have collected few information about her and introduced her. So your role playing was good. And the next role player of today's meeting, that is the president. And as a president, today's theme was very good. As you said, sky is not the limit, and which the word of the day is more connected to the theme itself. So we have to go beyond the sky, and you came out with many more examples about the great invention of wheel itself. So about your speaking skill, what I can say, that you have got a very good energy, you have got a very rich voice and good posture you have demonstrated on the stage. And some of the suggestions like arms could have been reduced, hand movements I liked, and some of the good quote I can say, that practice brings improvement. Some people say that in other way, what is the general statement we have got? Practice makes man perfect. Instead of you said the practice brings improvement, because improvement should happen all through the life. And some of the statements like wow, master's piece, all those I really liked it. And you came out with a story of rats, and you have spoke about the word of the meeting. So all the way, and other than that, you have introduced the MC itself. And one more thing is, and you have called upon the minute reader to read the minutes. My understanding is, my suggestion is, you should introduce what you call the minute reader also. But the minute reader for that is Krishna, because you will come to know something about it. So that is the one suggestion from my end. Otherwise, your role playing was good, and it was a great performance on the stage. I will be evaluating the MC after some time, and I will request the evaluator of P1 speaker, to first speaker of the day, to evaluate the speaker. Who was the evaluator?
Very good evening, I am evaluating Shivashankar for his P1 speech.
Can you stand up, Shivashankar?
We all witnessed how his P1 went on. I have been given a checklist. I'll just go through that. What strong points does the speaker already have? He's very confident of what he speaks, and he had a smile throughout his speech, which every speaker at the initial stages, whatever may go through, we should be very confident, and we should have the guts to face the audience with a smile on the stage is what I believe in. How well did the audience get to know about the speaker? We got to know about his nickname and how he was as a student in his school days, and he proved us the life cycle of what he went through. Did the speech reflect adequate preparation? Yes, it did reflect adequate preparation. It could have been better. I was expecting some more about your childhood days, your college days, and what you wanted to be in your future, your family, and all those things I was expecting in your P1, because P1 is all about introducing yourself and letting know people what your whole life is about. Did the speaker talk clearly and audible? Yes, it was clear and audible. As I was in the last, I could hear it clearly. Did the speech have a definite opening, body, and conclusion? Yes, it did had a definite opening, body, and conclusion. It could have been better. The transition somewhere was not very smooth in nature. It could have been improved. What could the speaker have done differently that would have improved the speeches? Your eye contact was limited to in the center of the room. You could have, it's always recommended to have a rotating eye contact with the audience. And you tried you used like as a filler word wherever you had to recollect the next sentence. You could try to avoid it, or just give a short pause of 1 or 2 seconds. What did you like about the presentation? One thing is you have started your journey of being transcendent, and you have taken up the first step of being a public speaker by giving your first project. I request everyone to give a standing ovation for Shiva Shankar.
Okay. Thank you. So be there. And how much time you have taken? How much time? 5 minutes. So what is the time allotted?
5
7. Okay, it was good. And this is the one project where we get to know many more things about the speaker, about his what you call personal history, it is background, what you call it a self-introduction, what we call. And you started off your speech with a very good smile that I really liked, because when you smile, the people also start smiling, where good connection will happen between the speaker and the audience. And more than that, you stood perfectly on the stage, which will boost your confidence level. That also I like. You wore a coat, and you were very formal, and you introduced yourself, and all through you introduced by sharing your experience which you had while studying in the colleges, working the classes, and many turns have taken place in your life, like sudden turn where you secured a very good marks in your SSLC, I believe, and how you got into CE, how your sister had influenced you to take up this course, and all those I really liked it. How did you clear your examination? And you said life is a circle. That was a very beautiful quote. Some of these suggestions, like you started off your speech with good morning. So my suggestion would be, come out with some opening statement. It can be a quote, or it can be your life experience, whatever it is. Come out with some opening statement, or ask some question to the people, so that they will be more attentive and they will pay your attention. Because what will happen is, if you come out with simple good morning opening, what we call it as, it is a flat opening. That is why whenever you deliver next speeches, try to work on it. At least ask a question, or come out with a beautiful quote, whatever it is. So most important is today how I started my speech. So that is important, because capturing the attention of the people is most important, because people should go along with you throughout your speech. So that is the one suggestion. And most of the time you were holding the hand. As much as possible, try to show the hands to the people. And eye contact was missing, as evaluator said, because as a speaker for you, each and every person sitting in the room is most important. That is why you need to pay the attention to them. How can you pay the attention? Only by looking at them. To have a look at them, and you can divide an entire classroom into 2 or 3 parts, and you shift the eye contact, after 10 seconds, after 15 seconds, whatever it is. That is the one thing. And repeatedly you were saying this turn. I don't know how many turns have taken place in your life. That turns could have been reduced. And one more important thing is, we came to know many things about you, and but there was no message at the end. So message is most important. Why did you come here, and why it is the purpose of speaking before the people? They have come here. They are spending the time here because they want to get some message out of your speech. That is why you could have given some message to them, because turn will happen in everyone's life, but we should handle it in a proper manner. That could have been a message you could have given at the end of your speech. Otherwise, the delivery of your speech was excellent. I really liked it. So let us move on to the second speaker who delivered on project number 1. I request as individual evaluator to evaluate the speaker. Who is the second speaker?
So Ishwar now give his project 1. So starting with my evaluation, firstly, don't need to apologize or don't need to show your gratitude at the beginning of the speech. So no apologies because you have taken this step coming over here and speaking. So don't ask sorry if you're not able to start off like that. Instead, you can just relax as you did. So this is my first suggestion. So coming to the speech, there was a smile throughout your speech that was very nice, and you became too comfortable once you just stood here and started speaking. You started with asking questions to the audience, which made you become more comfortable with them. So you interacted with them. You came to know how the audience would respond to you. So that's a very good way to start a speech, asking questions apart from stating a quote or saying a story, something like that. It was very nice. And you had humor in your speech, like effortlessly. Whenever I start speaking humorously, I do wait people to laugh, but they don't. So this is what happens. But in your speech, you had humor, that too without any efforts. That one point I really liked it. And coming to the improvement part, so preparation. Firstly, I think you had no preparation. It was too casual. You just came here and you were like, what's the time? Oh, not yet done. Okay, let me say something. So this shouldn't be the case, because a good start is very much important to stay in the lane forever, right? So you could have prepared very much. Then it was too casual, maybe dressing up in formals, that would have been made your speech still good. I mean, you could have been much more confident. And yeah, body gestures as such, you could have, you were too casual basically, no hand movements. You used to put on weights on one leg and stand. So these are the few improvements that you could make in your speech. So as it's P1, just be confident. I think now you came to know, you face the audience, so it would be much more good when you go to P2. Just prepare whatever you're speaking. So what I would say is, I challenge you to transcend yourself, making a very good speech for P2. Time taken was 5 minutes. Yeah, exact 5. So you can utilize the whole timing and make a very good P2 in future. All the best. And yeah, as a tradition we have in Speakers Forum, I would like to request all of you to give him a standing ovation.
Actually, we need to follow Rahana Lokesh, though she is a past president of our forum, but she comes in a formal. That is most important, because you have to give the respect to the forum, most importantly. So when you come informal, what will happen is you will have the seriousness about your job. That is the one suggestion I want to give. And you started off your speech with a very good statement. That means as a people, as a person, as a student, so we need to learn from our mistake. So that was a beautiful statement. And you have introduced yourself in a different manner, where you had asked the question to them and where you could get the answer from them, whether it is yes or no. That was a beautiful way of introducing yourself, and hand movements were good, and you had a smiling face on the stage, and most importantly, you were more comfortable on the stage and you were not fearful. And finally, you gave a very good message to them, because most of the chartered accountant, what they do, once they become chartered accountant, they get into employment or practice, but you have got a different thought because I should get into what you call I should get into some business, entrepreneurship. So that I really liked it. And more than that, you spoke about the theme of the meeting also. And some of the suggestions I like because initially you were not prepared, because that is the problem will happen when you are not prepared for the occasion. If you want to give even 1 minute speech also, preparation is the key. That is the point where you are going to succeed. Because what will happen is you address the people and in between you went there and you drank water. So all these things will happen because when you come without preparation. And one more suggestion is, according to me, so is a dry word. Most of the time you use the word so. So avoid using this word repeatedly. Any word for that matter, you should not use it repeatedly. And as the evaluator said, you were very casual on the stage because this is the opportunity is given by the institute. So when you go outside, I don't know how many of you attended Toastmasters meeting where you need to pay around 6,000 rupees for every 6 months. On an average, it will come around 500 per meeting. So it is offered free of cost, and they offer free food and free infrastructure. Everything is given to you. That is why whenever you take up any project for that matter, so preparation is the key. So how are you going to prepare? First of all, an idea should come into your mind, and you have to pick up the topic, and you have to script it out, and you have to give it for correction. There may be some correction about grammar or something like that. And after that, you need to buy her entire speech, and you need to check how much time it will take. And after delivering, after giving your rehearsal speech, so you can give before your family members or friends, and you can audio record, you can video record, and we have what we can use the technology for that matter. That is why, as a speaker, don't give any casual speech as such. So you have to be serious. And according to me, energy was lacking and eye contact was missing, and sometimes you were looking at the floor. As a speaker, you are going to look at the people, and these are some of the suggestions I have. So try to receive all the suggestions and try to give you a better speech in the coming projects. Okay, thank you. So let us move on to the next role player, that is butterfly master. So before evaluating you, I am very much would like to evaluate each and every butterfly speaker. So first of all, start with who was the first speaker? Yes. Okay. And about you, you had a smiling face and you spoke about a very beautiful great game, that is Ludo. Even I was also playing when I was a student. I was a child, and hand movements were good. Only one suggestion is, as I said, you need to come in formal. You were wearing the jeans, because all the students I am telling this, because if you wear the jeans, I will ask the security not to enter into this hall, because you have to be very serious, because it is like an education institution. So you have to be very serious about your dressing style, and most importantly, you need to know what is the time given, and I think you have not used the entire time given. Otherwise, the way you spoke, it was good. So, next speaker who sat next to Aditya, that is Vishal. So, one suggestion to my table topic master. So, before taking up the session, so you need to identify those people whom you are going to ask the question, and you need to get their names and you need to list it out. This is not the way of calling the people red shirt, white shirt, black shirt, because it is something you are condemning a person for that matter. Because if you ask the person with a name, that is a beautiful way of calling them. So you spoke about the bondage. I really liked it, and you have appreciated me a lot, and I have excited out of it. And I think this is a place where transition happened in my life, because I was when I came down to Bangalore, I was very poor at speaking. I asked one of my friends how to work on it, and he directed me to BCTC. At that point of time, we never had the speakers forum and all. That is why only one suggestion is attend more number of speakers forum, and as a what I can say the way you spoke, it was very good, and you are very comfortable on the stage, and keep carrying on that future. And next speaker, that is Naman. Okay, Naman. My only request is you have to stand in a place. I think you are moving around. Okay, that is the one suggestion. And you made a humor and you gave us many more tips. If you get the apple, what you are going to do? That I really liked it. And the way you spoke, it was good. Only one my suggestion is you have to stand in a particular place and you will address the people. Okay, thank you. The next speaker is Divya. Is it not? Divya, okay. And you could not speak on a topic and you were not serious on a topic. That is equally important. So I think yesterday our Ramlal had given a very good tip, no? Can you mention about it? Vishal, what he said yesterday, because whatever the topic is given, it has to be connected to a cow.
Yes.
Now,
So
what he said yesterday?
A person knows and had learned only about cows.
Yes.
He knows nothing other than cows. So he went to an interview.
He knows only about the cow, nothing else.
So
Now
he went,
listen to him.
So he went to the interview and the interviewer asked him, okay, you tell me about cars. This person thought for 1 or 2 seconds and then he decided, I was going in a car and I rolled down my window. There I saw a cow and he started speaking of that for 5 minutes. Then he told, okay, instead of cars, you will speak about tree. Then he told, okay, there was a particular field where there was a particular tree and I went near the tree and I saw that a cow was tied to it and then he spoke about cow for another 2 minutes. Like that, any particular topic, you know, you link it to a particular topic, you know, and then start speaking.
Yes, yes, thank you. The only purpose is what you need to do is you need to stand there for 2 minutes, you need to speak on any topic. So as much as possible try to connect to the topic which is given by the table topic master, like that. Otherwise the way you speak, so try to improve on you and speak on a particular topic. That is the purpose we conduct this particular session. So next speaker is Sahana Lokesh, yes. So it was good and you said it is a technical topic. According to me, whenever the technical topic is given, so sometimes a student may find it difficult to speak on that particular topic, but you did, you have done your job, and only one such, you have given many problems which our country is facing, like termination of employment, because many people were terminated, that was the example you gave, and only one suggestion is only there are few arms were there, otherwise it was good. Thank you for that. So next speaker is volunteer. Who was it? Superstition.
Krishna.
Krishna. Okay, right. Krishna, some of the suggestions like you were holding the hands, but on the stage you were very confident, your voice was really good. Okay, moving on to the next one. You specialized in which area? Who spoke on that? Okay. So you stood perfectly on the stage and you said you are a music lover and you are connected, but still you were a little nervous on the stage, so you need to work on it. Otherwise it was good. And moving on to the next speaker, Naman D. There is Naman D. Okay. So your voice is good. You stood perfectly on the stage and eye contact also good. You have got all the basic qualities which the speaker need to have. All those you have got. Thank you for that. And the next one we have Rakshit. Yes, Rakshit. The topic was, what was the topic given to you?
Which climate will be?
Okay, right. So you stood perfectly on the stage and it was good. Thank you. Next speaker is Nidhi, playing pranks. Okay. And you were laughing more. That is why you could not speak more. Because what will happen if you laugh more, certainly it will affect your pronunciation as well. So when you are on the stage, so you can smile, you can laugh, but when you laugh, don't speak. When you speak, don't laugh. Don't mix it together. Okay? Laugh no. And another speaker, what is his name? Yes. Can you stand up? Okay. So as a speaker, you are looking somewhere. So you need to look at the people. That is only one suggestion. And otherwise, I provoked you to speak for some time. That is why. So you need to learn a lot because it is the starting step. Nothing to worry on that. You keep on coming here. So some magic will happen within you. Okay? Thank you. And the next speaker is Chandan. Who is Chandan?
Chandu.
What is Chandu? Sorry. Okay, Chandu. Okay. So Chandan, I want to say, practicing chartered accountant. Who spoke on that? Yes. So only one suggestion is, so you are a CA, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Only one suggestion my end is, you kept your hand in your pocket.
Yeah.
There is only one suggestion because you need to show your hand. What will happen is some people think that when you keep your hand in your pocket, they think that you are something like you are partly like arrogant, something like that. So try to show the hand so that be comfortable on the stage. Otherwise, the way you spoken, it was good. Then the next one is Chandu. And Chandu, that is black rose, red rose. You spoke well and you were comfortable on the stage, and I like the way you spoke. Okay. Next one is about Bharat. And I think it is a wrong topic given now. I don't know why did you choose this particular topic, because it went something controversial. So as you said, we have to maintain some more protocol. We should not speak about politics, religion and sex. But because our Aditya is a seasoned speaker, so he could have taken some different turn. But at the end, somehow he could able to manage it. But still, the topic itself is a controversial topic. So that is why I try to avoid giving such topic to the people. And last speaker, blue shirt. Blue shirt. Okay. So I think I can say that you are a seasoned speaker. You spoke well. You spoke with the confidence. Continue this what we call journey of speaking. Okay, thank you. So about table topic, what you call butterfly master. So you have done your job very good, and you have mentioned what is the purpose of conducting this session. Why do we conduct? Because whenever we attend any interview for that matter, the interviewer may ask some question. If you don't know the answer, definitely you need to relate to some cow, something like that. Instead of that, better way of presenting ourselves, attending this particular meeting, we will come to know how to speak on a particular topic within a span of few seconds. That you mentioned the purpose of conducting it, and you have mentioned how much time is available for a particular speaker. At minimum 1 minute, maximum 2 minutes, 2.5, all those things you mentioned. And some of the suggestions, like there were many ums in between, and holding the hands could have been avoided. And most importantly, you need to know the names of the people whom you are going to ask the question. So that is most important. So next time when you take up the session, so try to work on that, and don't give the opportunity to those who are already taken the role, especially the Divya. I think. Who is Divya here? I think she has taken the multiple roles. Instead of that, you give the role to only those people who have not taken any role. That is the purpose we conducting the session, so that each and every person sitting in the room, they will get an opportunity to speak. Okay? So thank you for your role play. Let us come back to the last role player, that is what we call as CEO of the meeting or MC of the. Can you, who is MC? Okay, can you stand up? Okay. So about your performance at the stage, and you have mentioned how did you got an entry to this particular SICASA. You have mentioned about your student journey, and you have used the word of the day, as well as you have used the theme of the meeting. Everything you have done well, and you have introduced the speaker, introduced each and every role player, and you have interacted with the people by asking questions. All those things were very good. Only my suggestion is, in your case, energy was lacking, and as much as possible come in formal. So that is by that wearing a coat or full shirt. So that's some of my suggestions, so that you will be more serious about the job. Otherwise, your energy level was good. Only one more suggestion is, you could have come up with more number of stories, more number of jokes, all those things. If you added in your deliveries, it would have been much effective as a role player, as an MC, because you are the center of attraction of this particular meeting. So these are some of the suggestions. So you try to take it in your next role play when you are going to conduct as an MC in the subsequent meeting. So otherwise it was good. I have got some suggestions to the forum itself. One important thing is, so are you maintaining the attendance register here?
We have the registration.
Online registration. Online registration. So there you will come to know how many people have registered, all those things. Okay, that's okay. And one more suggestion is, why can't you give a badge for GG? Because you have got a GD, you can give one badge for the GS, the other evaluator for a particular degree. And you can leave that badge here, and you can hand it over to this. Only one suggestion from my end, so that he will be recognized. And one more suggestion is, I think you could have given a reminder to the general, because earlier your Sana locations to give the reminder, is it not? Previous day you would have given the reminder, because some people, because most of the CS are very busy. sometimes we have got the technology where we use the calendar, but still, if one reminder goes from the institute is good. Anyone, either you can or any other committee member, if they give a reminder, right? Just a message, because stating that tomorrow you will have a role, playing a role of a G, that message would have given. So that is the one suggestion. Even when we conduct the classes in the institute, they used to remind us, even the security used to remind us, tomorrow you will have a session on here, particular batch, particular topic, all those things. That is another suggestion from me. And standing up, because first public P1 speech, everyone should stand up. That could be made immediately once after he delivers the speech. That is one suggestion. Because here what happened is the evaluator has asked the people to stand up. That in our Toastmaster, how it happens, even in our eloquent professionals also, we would ask the entire, even the MC is to take that role. MC is to ask all the people to stand up immediately one after he completes the speech. That is another suggestion. And one more suggestion is, why can't you introduce the newsreader and ministreader? That is a better way of doing it, because we will come to know who is the newsreader for that. They first take a look. So one introduction and the introduction of the minute reader also. So otherwise, I really enjoyed this session, because speaking is the part of our life. That is most important, because earlier I was very poor at public speaking. I can share my experience. Before coming to this Toastmasters, I was attending many workshops, many seminars, where I was supposed to ask a question to the speaker in any CP program. At that point of time, I was asking my neighbor to ask the question on my behalf. That was my condition, because I was so fearful. So now I can speak to any people, because what will happen is, once you attend more number of this particular forum, so your confidence builds up like anything. So confidence is the key for success, because it will go in all the levels, either in your profession or as a student or whatever it is. So I can tell you that in so many orientation programs, I used to tell that what will happen, especially in the case of student. So you would have read for the examination, you have studied for the examination for 2 years, but at the day of the examination, at that point of time, when you get into the examination hall, if you are not confident enough, though you would have studied so much for the examination, certainly you are going to fail in the examination. That is why confidence is the one thing you need to develop. That is the confidence which you are gaining only because of this SICASA Speakers Forum that is given free by the institute. And one more important thing is, you need to spread this information to all the people, all the students. Even when I conduct classes for orientation and even for GMCSS also, I used to tell them, so we have got a forum, and attend as a guest, as a beginner. Attend as a guest and take participation, and utilize this and continue the journey of this public speaking, because we conduct many more public speaking sessions in orientation also. So they have to continue this journey. So I used to suggest them to attend this particular speakers forum. So I request each and every student, so spread this information to the many people, so that no seats are vacant here. So that is the only purpose. So utilize this opportunity and continue your public speaking journey, and I wish all the best to all of you students. Thank you for the opportunity.
So I would like to call upon the role players report. First, I would like to call upon the grammarian to give her report.
Hello again. So initially I told that the word, quote and the theme of the day is supposed to be used in the speeches, and the ones who all used that in their speeches were, the word of the day was used by Someshwar, Sumitra, Lavish and Divya. Theme was used by Sumitra, Lavish and Ishwarna, and quote was used by Someshwar, Sumitra and Harshit, and Mohan sir used pretty much everything in his speeches. So a round of applause for all of them who introduced. Yeah. So and then now the new words that we learned in the session today, or if not learned, at least revisited, that enriches our vocabulary truly, was stereotypes, zeal, zen, naive and embodies. And coming to the figures of speech and rhetorical devices that were used by our speakers. Firstly, Sumitra started off the speech with the sentence,
opportunities are as ample as sky. So it has two figures of speech in itself. Firstly, there's simile, that is as ample as, where you're comparing the opportunities to the sky. And also there's hyperbole that's being used. Hyperboles are truly exaggerating things to levels that which literally are not on that level, but metaphorically you can compare them. That is, opportunities are metaphorically being compared to sky. And then you have the metaphor that was used by Shiva, which is life is a circle, and stole my heart, that was stole my thunder, which was used by Sana as an idiom, and practice makes man perfect was changed from an anaphora to being an epigram by Sumitra to practice makes practice helps the man improve himself. So yeah, those were some of the figures of speech that were used. And coming to the wrong things that were done, which can be corrected in a better way, I'll just state them. So there are two words. The first one is minute, and then there's minute. Both of these words have the same spelling, but they're supposed to be pronounced in different ways. And then there's calling me as, which is supposed to be called me. And then one of my sister's wish is to be one of the wishes of my sister. And thought me as a is supposed to be they thought I was, or they thought of me as. And jokey is supposed to be funny. Tell upon is talk upon. And finally, join me is supposed to be took me in, or took me. That's all. Thanks. Sorry, just a random grammatical suggestion for the prepared speakers. Try to use more adjectives in your the speeches, because you know the kind of person that you are, or the events and circumstances that you have endured in your life, but the audience have no clue about it. But if you use more adjectives, then they'll get a hang of where you're coming from. So yeah, that's a random suggestion to use more adjectives. Yeah, so that's all. Thank you.
So now I would like to call upon the fieldwork counter to give their report.
Hello everyone, once again good morning. These are the filler counter report. The President Sumitra Rajpurohit used 2 filler words. Minutes leader Krishna used 3 filler words, and me Harshit used 4 filler words. Swati 4, Divya 2, Shiva 5+, Ishwar 5+, Chandana 5+, and butterfly speakers Sanjana 2, Vishal 1, Naman 1, Divya again 2, Sahana 1, Janma 2, Naman D 1, Rakshit 2, Nidhi 2. That's it. Thank you.
So now I would like to request the timer to come and give your report.
And scheduled time was 8, and participant also was 8. And Sergeant at Arms Someshwar 3 minutes to 12 seconds, and Sumitra 4 minutes 42 seconds, and Krishna 3 minutes. Prepared speakers Shiva, Shiv Shankar, and both of them took 5 minutes. And butterfly session, I would say who are not qualified. And Naman first one, and Krishna, and Rakshit, Chandu, and last Vishal, and they are disqualified. And educational session by was for 10 minutes, and current affairs for 2 minutes 17 seconds. General evaluation for 15 minutes approximately, and Swati Maitri took 2 minutes 30 seconds, and filler counter 32 seconds, and listener 2 minutes. Individual evaluators Divya Sureshika 2 minutes 38 seconds, and Sahana 2 minutes 43 seconds. And I'd like to conclude by saying, time is slow when you wait, fast when you are late, it's deadly when you are sad, short when you are happy, endless when you are in pain, long when you are bored. Every time is determined by your feeling and psychological condition, not by the clocks. So hope everyone present here have a great time always. Thank you.
Now let me call upon the President Sumitra Rajpurohit for her closing remarks.
Thank you, Naresh. Let us move for the voting, and the
ఇది కూడా
Just www.slido.com. Search. You can enter the code. 1246698. The first one is for best prepared speaker. Any network issue? Okay, let us move for the next, the best butterfly speaker, and the code for this one is 2303950. Two three zero 3950. Two words.
230.
2303950.
2303950.
Yes. Ten more words. Anyone who is still voting? Okay, we got the winner. Just a second, Sam.
Now back to old code now.
So, anyone would want to speak about the how the meet was or something?
Can give the opportunity to just
To the those who didn't want the opportunity to speak. Anyone who want to volunteer?
who is the newcomer here?
Vishnu?
Come,
Please,
go,
please
go.
come.
Anyone else? Can you raise the hand, newcomers here?
Hi, I'm Pushpa Patel. Today it's my second meet actually. It was good actually. I really want to improve my communication skills and fear of stage.
You can speak like how did you come to know about this program?
I come to know about my actually from my principal CA Paksha Tupar.
Okay. This is your principal.
Yes.